significantly bigger.
Oh dear God. So let's not do that again.
The creature seems to be looking at you with curiosity more than anger.
Yeah, no reason to make it boss size, though. Unless, of course, there's one in there that we still can't perceive.
So, what would everyone else like to do?
Yeah.
So, do I see this whole exchange?
Oh yeah, you can clearly see it across the little area.
I'm gonna go ahead and summon my big boy. Kind of closer to him because I'm on the other side. That will
Junko
take
just looks to the cat. Be ready, kitten.
That's all I can do.
As the energy of your summoning goes off and the shadow rises, the mana slams against the area there, and some of it starts spilling over onto the flooring in front of the spider.
Interesting.
This giant creature that has now is pulling itself out of the mana is staring at the spider, and it seems almost hungry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
It still seems to be confined to the boundaries of the mana, though.
I call out saying that he should maybe recall it because these things seem to eat magic.
Yeah, they don't like it. I'm gonna recall both of them. I don't know if I can do it this turn though.
Let's see if anyone else wants to do anything beforehand.
I say kill it, but that's just me.
Yeah. So you're free. You're free to call them back
Yeah, I'm gonna call both of them back.
as they retreat into your shadow. The creature surges over to you for a second before diving down into the mana again.
So, what did you do to piss off that one?
The one that's near me is just floating near with interest because I accidentally fed it magic.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just staring at him.
You
might-
fed it.
Keep feeding it. It might follow you.
Or it might become bigger than the other thing.
She just shakes her head. Why? Just why?
The first time was an experiment. Any times that follow would be intentional.
I don't know that.
You
Never
can
mind.
hear a little bit of chittering behind you, Junko, as Flora's rat starts talking to her, and Flora is going to voice out, "My little friend is saying that we should be really careful. The last thing that came in was an ooze that got devoured by the mana, apparently." That is what the rat has seen.
Interesting. Be careful. This thing apparently will eat even oozes.
The mana next to you, Junko, specifically the closer to Felis and Flora, seems to be almost starting to create almost a whirlpool effect. It seems to be swirling around itself next to these two.
I'm sorry. Next to me or someone else?
Specifically next to Flora and Felis. But with Felis being in close proximity to you.
Yeah.
See, look at that. Chaos made a friend.
Perhaps.
Yeah, just keep feeding it mana. It's fine.
That seems like a dangerous game to play.
Hmm.
Would I be able to cause a decaying effect on this pillar with Necrocraft?
You could.
Okay, I would like to do so to attempt to make it fall so that it bridges this gap here to this otherwise unreachable area in the middle.
Go ahead.
What would I roll for that?
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
A Dexter. Oh, good. Okay, so I guess we're gonna make sure I don't get smashed by a pillar.
Something went horribly wrong.
Let's see here, there, and oh, thank fuck, 17, because I don't have any pluses to that.
You manage to dive out of the way as the pillar starts to crumble and the roof above it caves in on top of it.
Fuck.
As parts of the stone and everything fall into the mana, both of the creatures dive in, and you lose sight of the ones.
So, has the gap successfully bridged there?
No,
God.
the pillar ended up going straight down as the weight from the roof collapsed in on top of it.
Well, so much for that.
And it's about a 10-foot gap to the other side.
Which is clearly through the Mana River.
Mm-hmm.
Junko looks to her companion. Kitten, do you think you could jump across?
Just clarification for Doc. You mean like over here?
Yeah.
All right. Your cat, that's an easy jump for you.
I'm a cat. I have the strength for it.
Cat just don't
Roll
give a
for
fuck.
Cat rolls strength, nat 1. Cat falls into
Is the
pool.
cat like responding like as a word speaking or just nodding?
The response is jumping over there from your shoulder.
Fair enough. Go see
As
if there's
you
anything
go-
else.
As you jump above the mana, some of it leaps out and almost catches your paw as you land on the other side.
I land, I turn on a paw and hiss at it.
The mana next to you anywhere where you're near the mana, it seems to be making a small whirlpool.
Is there anything in here?
You're a cat. You can smell the multitudes of little creatures that have lived in there. The strangest scent that you can smell in there is that of an owlbear.
We don't know this. He's the only one that knows it. That's funny. Oh dear God, I'm actually scared. If there's an owlbear in here,
The scent is very old, so you could surmise that either an owlbear came through here at some point, an owlbear lives here and is somewhere else, or someone just brought in owlbear pelts.
Could there also be the option where something killed an owlbear?
You don't like that option.
the owlbear corpse is somewhere in this fucking pool.
So, would you like to do any more exploring?
What's in this next little vestibule over here?
As you step into that room, you can make out in the darker corners of the room where it's not quite illuminated. You can just make out what seem to be sets of armor.
Huh.
Do they move?
They haven't moved yet.
They look particularly like the art for the armor that moves.
They haven't moved yet.
Keyword yet.
The peanut gallery has arrived.
That is going to be one of those, sorry guys, nothing in there kind of moments.
Oh my god.
Can I jump over this one and specifically try to avoid anything reaching for me out of the mana?
Roll me athletics, as this time you aren't jumping off of another person.
Ooh.
Goody. 12.
As you're just about to get over it, some of the mana splashes up and catches you on the paw, and it burns. It feels like it's trying to pull your foot apart, and it's going to be we'll do fire damage.
Alright. That kind of tickles.
Cat says to itself.
And you can see something looking out of the water at you now, too.
Guys just kind of hears something mumbling over by the cat.
When you stare into the abyss stares back.
I
That's that moment
come
right there.
over that way because there's, wreckage still here that can't be passed now.
Nice.
No
dog.
idea how that happened.
Don't know.
Jump on Caius' shoulder.
I'm gonna go walk over here.
The whirlpool of mana next to Flora has gotten stronger as long as she's been standing there, and now you can actually see the stone on the ground between the two wallings of the system of the flooded area.
Oh,
But the mana itself is still riding the edges of the stonework.
hmm.
See, I could yeet people across, but I don't trust my rolls, so I'm not gonna do that.
Junko will. She doesn't like any of this, for one.
I wouldn't expect her to.
But for two, she calls out, "Are we ready to leave this accursed place?"
Talking to them, I'm assuming. Or trying to have your voice reach them.
Flora
yeah.
is just keeping herself next to you, the whirlpool moving with her.
Yeah, Junko raises her voice so she can be heard by anyone on the other side.
Yeah, since we've only got the singular path to follow anyway, I mean, we pretty much will, return to the entrance inevitably there.
Junko will look around. Having not heard a reply, she will look to whoever's near her. Well, back we go.
What the hell? I saw that DM!
I still see it.
Yeah, same here.
Just spawned into existence.
It's just looking up at you.
For now.
Hey, once you stare into the mana pool will stare back.
How are we going to get the rock off?
Well, I know it gets my rocks off, but tell me, what are you gonna do?
Well, we still have that satchel of
Combustible powder?
yes. Brain not working.
I don't expect brains to ever work. This is D&D.
That is true. So
Listen, if your party isn't doing something stupid, you aren't doing it right.
I low key want to fight those fucking those animated armors, but I'll hold off for now because I don't know about it. But yeah. So, what's the plan?
I plan to leave. Using the powder and some magic if I can.
I guess I'm gonna go walk up here and put the powder right next to the rocks.
You can hear a bit of chittering from Flora's shoulder as the rat seems to be like making noises at one of the things next to them, and the mana is splashing itself up towards her feet.
I don't think those things want us to leave. I'm still gonna put that satchel there for Junko, and I'm gonna walk back down. But
Junko looks to the satchel.
You okay?
As Junko looks at the satchel, she just firebolts it.
You hear some popping and crackling, and then the bag itself catches on fire first. And after a couple seconds of burning, it starts to blaze with that purple flame.
it's kind of cool.
And some smoke starts to come off of the burning pile of powders.
Unfortunate.
Flammable, but not combustible.
Can Junko use her mage hand to grab up the burning satchel and like throw it at one of these things?
Yes, you can.
She's going to do so and throw it at the big one.
And I'm going to remove the satchel of flammable powder from my inventory.
As the satchel makes contact with the big one, there's a loud hissing noise as the big one pops.
Like it just dies?
And as it pops, mana splashes all over the top of the cistern. And you can see things rising out of it.
Oh god.
And they look at you curiously.
Interesting reaction.
Interesting reaction.
I don't like being part of
But
experiments.
what does it mean?
I'm going to generate a mage hand and poke at this one over here.
As your mage hand disappears and it gets bigger.
I don't like this. Not one bit.
So good to know. And what happened to the bag of flammable purple powder?
Gone.
It's gone.
Alright, fair enough. But she's just like, good to know. Seems these things feed off of magic. Most of us are magic based. Fun.
Man, if I was only level 4, shadow weapons would have been so nice right now.
Still
So I could-
can't quite determine if these are aggressive, though.
That was level 4. Becoming giant cat would be so useful right now for moving rocks.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. But because they have I wonder if the shadow magic and their elemental magic, like it's reacting to each other in a negative way, where they don't like it.
Kitten. Yeah, what Junko will say.
Here, I'm going to
was
detach
for
cat from me for a sec, because I want to try poking this one with my enchanted dagger to see what happens.
Bye dagger.
Dagger.
Not the
And
only
the
one.
other one will be useless because they have to be a set.
Yeah, but I want to see what happens.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Interesting. Let's see. and that's based on what again for dagger? Your +2 to hit. So 11.
Okay. As you go to poke at it, it kind of wibbles out of the way, and and now it seems to. At first, it seemed curious looking at you. Now it seems agitated.
Junko will hold out the growth mushroom to the feline. Eat this.
Okay, this will do so without question.
Whoop whoop whoop. You have gained the effects of an enlarge spell.
That only makes me one size larger. Fuck.
Still big kitty.
Yeah, you can enlarge your token a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Well, so hold on. Enlarge also does other things, which
Gives me
matters.
advantage on strength checks.
I think it might actually.
And then
So let's see.
+4
The
damage.
size is double in all dimensions. The creature growth increases by one size category. Until spend also has advantage with strength checks and saving throws. The target's weapons also grow to match its size, and its attacks deal an extra 1d4. So Junko will look to the feline. Try and see if you can move those boulders.
Gonna give it a good old college try.
Give it a roll.
Raging wouldn't give me any other bonus. $22.
Nice.
As the cat slams against the rock, it doesn't seem like it had lodged in too thoroughly, and the rock bounces up for a second and lands a few feet away, still kind of blocking the entrance, but you could you could all squeeze through now.
Junko will do so.
As will the
I'm
cat.
leaving. She announces to the other party members. I am leaving. I do not want to be here.
I can fit anywhere my skull can fit through. I'm already gone.
I'm gonna wait at the top of the stairs, just kind of let them go first.
These things are all just staring at you, Caius. Some of them have gotten closer, but they haven't made any moves towards you.
Caius,
we need to
go.
The
Okay,
new
yes, we
big
need to
one
go.
looks hungry.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah. Exiting the tree.
Yeah. As you're passing by, Flora's whispering in your ear, "We need to go now."
Yes.
And you have left the little sister. Night has fallen by now. It is now dark out.
Junko will start blasting the rock in order to create some more debris to kind of cover up the hole. And like gesture to the cat, plug that hole up, please.
I will try to push the boulder back onto it.
I'm just gonna walk back to the campfire.
Agreed.
You're able to roll the boulder back on just fine. Doesn't take too much more effort than before. The tree, from what's left of it, has been shattered, and there's just wood all around.
Firewood, yay.
We have plenty. We have a door. And Junko just shakes her head. Well, was there anything of value anyone collected from that little excursion?
Nope.
Parade nut.
You watch as her ears just kind of flatten. So, you risked killing all of us for nothing. Noted.
At this point, Felis will whisper in Junko's ear about the smell of an owl bear and the strange suits of armor.
Junko's brow, like, raises as she's, Very interesting. But she just doesn't elaborate any further. She just instead looks to the the campfire set up and just snaps her fingers at it, touches it, and it begins to light up. She then pulls out her pipe, stuffs it, and lights it on fire as she just leans back. So, does anyone have any idea who these people were who kidnapped us? Or even a guess?
To the best of all of your knowledge, you have no idea who that man was that originally came out. You have no idea why any of you might have been chosen for whatever's going on.
Don't everyone speak up at once now.
As Flora shakes her head, she says, "No, however, he did say we all have something in common."
Magic? Junko shrugs. I've got nothing else. Anyone else have any thoughts or ideas?
None.
Probably the next day we need to head to a town at least to figure out where we're at.
However far that may be.
Legless
down
Joe is
further.
sitting against some of the crumbling stonework of the cathedral and is passed out.
She kind of frowns. Well, I cannot say I have any better grasp of things, but as we appear to be going together in the future, I would like to let it be known that fire is sort of my game, so do be careful. I would hate for somebody to get hurt.
Unless, of course, it's a giant spider. Then, albeit, murder it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we all feel that way.
Oh, I'm down one use of the growth mushrooms. Well, shall we organize a watch and the rest of us get some sleep?
I'll be first watch.
Okay, how long would you like to take watch for? In general, a night's watch is usually divided up into 4, with each watch being about 2 hours or so.
That's fine. I'll do 2 hours for the first watch.
I'll take second watch.
Technically, Junko can take third and fourth watch because she only needs 4 hours of rest.
If you'd like to do that, Flora is offering to take third watch. So if you'd like to even just take it with her, you could.
No, of
That
course.
would be up to you. So let's get some perception checks for the watches, starting with Mr. Xander.
Oh dear God! Thank God for +5 though. It's still gonna be shit. It's 14. It's not that bad.
From what you can see, everything seems to be fairly quiet. It's almost like the shadows themselves have laid down to rest as well.
I don't like that description.
That is a description specifically for him because of what he is.
Okay. I still
Second
like
watch.
that description.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
KS, your time. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Get you all a perception.
Let's see here. There we are. Which would be 16 then.
As you look out into the darkness, you can see some shapes moving, which you quickly can pick out to be bats and other small creatures of the night moving about. As the night goes on, I need you to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Oh, this also
Oh
means that
fucking god. Plus
That-
2, it's a 5.
That twinge in the back of your head is coming back.
Oh
It's almost like the beginnings of a headache,
no.
and you can almost hear a voice.
fucking cursed. Fucking cursed item.
Damn, everyone's terrible arcana checks on these things.
Hey, no, they were decent. They were decent. Remember that. And there's still 2 people that didn't do Arcana checks on that. Remember that.
Hair. Okay. Do I take any damage from this massive headache? DM.
Yep, sorry, I was chatting with Babe real quick. So that would be it for your watch. And then we have Junko and Flora. I'm gonna have you both roll with advantage. Flora, don't see shit.
So 18 plus 1, 19.
You can see some larger creatures out in the distance. Nothing seems to be coming towards the camp, but as you look around and you look on top of the mountain behind you, you can see things roosting. Things that are much more concerning than even the spider was. But they aren't coming in your direction, at least, so. And then we're going to have you do one more, since you were on last watch as well. At this point, Flora is getting a bit more rest.
Junko makes a note. 20, dirty.
Off in the distance, past the cathedral and past the tree, in the open plains, you can see things starting to pull themselves out of the ground.
Junko will rouse the camp, and just start to speak. There appears to be zombies.
And as the day breaks and you can all see the corpses pulling themselves out of the ground, they start walking up the mountain.
Seeing that, Junko will stop waking people.
On occasion, you can watch a zombie stumble backwards and fall. You've seen one bust its head open on rocks and not get back up. But the undead seem to be gathering and climbing the mountain.
Yeah, she nods and note, and she pulls out a piece of parchment and scribbles in like all 4 corners. Don't go up mountain.
As day breaks, what does everyone want to do? There are 3 directions that you could leave out of. Let's go ahead and switch over to the world map.
You're doing that thing that Doc does where he slips into a German accent.
We do that on occasion. So
Why?
Because we want to invade Poland.
it's just what we do sometimes. So where you saw the undead rising was just over here. So you could either go into the horde of the direction of the hordes you saw rising, or you could go left and follow the mountains, or you could go straight downwards.
Do I have any idea where the nearest town might be?
With what you can tell of the area, you know that the main thing that you know is that you're somewhere on the southern sides of the mountain. Depending
hold up.
on,
Hold up, Legless Joe might know.
Yeah, Legless Joe might. He is there, and he is just waking up.
Question for the DM.
Answer for the
Do I
player.
get any Fey visitors this evening?
Good question.
Sorry, what?
As the evening has come on for you, there isn't much that happens, but there are a couple of wisps that come by, and they hover around for a bit and then they leave. They don't seem to bring any information or anything. They just seem to be watching.
Okay.
Legless Joe tells you that the area that you're at is directly north of one of the more premier fishing villages, but it would be about it'd be about 2 days of a ride if you had a mount. About 3 to 4 days walking at a brisk pace.
And if only I was able to get that giant ass spider. But no, Nat 20 said want to work. Fuck. Might as well head to the town first. Even if it's a 4-day walk. 3 to 4 day walk.
Agreed. Knowing where we are is going to be invaluable.
Indeed.
As you all start to gather up, Aurora seems to be entirely gone. And Legless Joe is doing the hand walk thing as best as he can.
Has anyone seen the serpent?
Little sign in here. Potato what?
Nope. We all went down and the serpent stayed up, and then that was it. That was the last time we saw her.
Flora nods and says, well, we should still head to town. Plus, we can get to know each other as we have a few days to adventure.
Agreed.
True.
Sounds good.
And Junko begins to walk off towards the direction of the village.
Do you want me to delete my token, Carl?
We just need a token for the general party, which we're going to use the cog for.
That's fine. Okay,
So
cool.
yeah. And Flora states, "I'm sure that our snake friend will follow along shortly. She just might need a little bit more rest. She seems capable enough."
Well, here's hoping. And as Junko begins the walk, she kind of looks to everyone else. So, do you remember the last thing you did before these guys, well, kidnapped you?
Xander shakes his head no.
Chaos, the last thing that your character is doing is the last thing you would remember. Last thing you would have been doing, whether it be studying, gambling, buying something. the last memories you have is you were doing something and then you blacked out and then you woke up here. Flora shakes her head and states, I was just in my home when I fell asleep and came to here.
She kind of frowns. I was in the middle of quite a interesting game of cards. I was about to win the whole damn pot. And then I guess I get dragged out to the middle of nowhere. Unfortunate. And of course, the feline, and she pets, Zikiton. He was with me. He goes everywhere with me.
Flora laughs as you say that, and she smiles up at you and says, I'm sure you would have taken the table as well as the pot.
Junko winks. By all means. It seems that how we were taken or what we were doing while we were taken is not the common denominator.
After about half a day's walk, you're able to get to a river that Legless Joe tells you that you could follow all the way down to the town.
Junko will still take the time to refill her water skin fresh.
Agreed to that.
Because it will likely will taste like fucking leather and just nastiness.
Okay. Is there anything you would all like to do as you travel? Would you like to gather anything? Would you like to keep an eye out for anything? What would you like to do?
I'll let someone else go.
I guess it couldn't hurt to try perception just to make sure we're not being watched by any of the cronies of the mistress that dude was working for.
Go ahead and roll it. As you are all walking. Oh, yep. Go ahead. Both of you can go ahead for perceptions then. See if you find anything ahead.
Okay, mine is 13.
As you walk, you can hear Flora chattering to passing animals on occasion. Chaos. Everything seems to be clear to you. You don't see anything. You don't feel too out of sorts.
That's a much better one.
Dirty 20s per head.
As you're walking ahead, you can see some rather large snakes and such that seem to be slithering down the river. Given the time of year, you could assume that there might be a snake breeding ground somewhere in the area, and they keep themselves near the water because it is easier to travel. But as far as you can tell, none of the snakes around here would be hostile unless given a reason to.
Yeah, right.
After about a full day worth of travel, you'll be able to get down to the bend here. And then that would be when night is falling again. Would you like to continue through the night, or would you like to get some rest?
I mean, Junko is okay to keep going.
Dander's fine with keep going as well.
I can just ride on someone for a while.
Giggity.
Why?
Why not?
Flora states she's fine as well, so we'll take half of the night at a travel.
Well, traveling, Junko is going to be trying to make a map of where they kind of started versus where they're ending up.
That is a good idea. That is a really good idea. I am going to do the same just to have a backup map.
Okay, well, both of you go ahead and roll cartography tools.
What does that roll?
So it's going to be a D20. What stat are we inquiring?
We're going to inquire. Let's see, memory of their. Let's say intelligence.
All right. So roll a D20 and add your intelligence modifier.
I got a net 20.
You're able to make a
damn.
flawless. You're able to make a map that is a flawless recreation of what you've been able to see as you walk.
Sick! My first net 20 of the day.
21.
Junko, your map is flawless. You get there's a little bit that you think you could do a bit better with some of the detailing, but you have made a great map that you could easily follow or even sell if you were so inclined.
I mean, it was a 21 and a 22.
Junko just smiles as she holds the map up for the feline. See, this is where we are, this is where we're going. And can you believe that they told me I would never be able to do the map making, honestly? Just because I didn't want to travel around in this smelly caravan all my life. A shame, really, truly. And she's having this full-on conversation with the cat, just loudly.
Okay. As you make it to the next bend in the river there,
Oh,
you find
where-
yourself entering a. You find as one moment you're walking along and it's just seems to be plains and grasslands. Suddenly you find yourself in the middle of a forest.
I don't like it.
From which side? If you're talking about like the side up here, we're talking about this
In the
side over here?
center.
Oh, in the center. Okay.
In the literal middle of the forest, I see.
In the middle of the night. Jum, jum, jum. Whee.
Oh my god.
I made mine super tiny on accident. My bad.
Whee.
All around you, there's trees that just seem to have almost popped up out of nowhere.
Let's wait for the other people to put down their tokens real quickly.
Goddamn trees.
And it is still basically the middle of the night. As you're looking around, anyone that looks towards Flora can see that she's changed a bit as the night has gone on. Her skin tone has changed to a almost glowing milky white, and the color of her eyes seems to have changed to almost white, and she seems a bit more fawn-like.
Ooh. Nice glow up, darling. Presently, though.
The sky above you seems to be clear of any clouds or such.
Well,
I am gonna make an Arcana check to make sure we're not in an illusion.
Go ahead.
That's 20.
It doesn't seem like you're in any type of illusion. To the best of your knowledge, you know that portals can tend to spring up anywhere around here, and they just tear open without any real warning. It's to your best guess that you might have wandered through a portal that didn't seem to have been obvious. Junko, as you say that, Flora looks at you with a blush and she sits down on the ground. Thank you. Even though I hate this form, I feel tired and weak when I'm like this. And she does appear to be a lot more exhausted tonight.
Hmm. Well, we've traveled enough for the day, I suppose.
Agreed.
Um,
We're still
Jun-
missing a chaos, though. By the way,
Yeah, it doesn't let me
drag.
see the tokens to
drag-
add.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Junko will pick up a. Does Junko see a stick or a twig or something?
There are plenty of sticks and twigs on the ground.
She picks one up, and as she's holding it, it begins to smolder, and she ignites one end of it. Does it actually burn?
It starts to burn and then it just stays burning. From what you can tell, it seems like this particular, like some of the particular branches on the ground here are filled with tree resin, all sap and such. So they just burn for quite a while.
How very interesting and how very useful. Well, gather up some firewood. And Kitten, please, a fire pit, if you please. I don't want to catch the whole forest on fire yet.
If I could also get a quick nature roll from everyone, at least everyone that's gathering wood.
Oh,
I'll be digging.
dig a ton, dig a ton.
No. Just a basic ass hole in the ground.
I got an 8.
You
Okay.
got to go dig those holes. Is that better?
Oh, I got a 10 actually. Sorry about. +2.
To your knowledge, you can think that yes, all of the wood that is around us does seem to be the same. So you could imagine that it would all burn the same.
Am I the only one that's gonna be collecting trees? Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much better with that. That would be an 8.
You're getting about the same. Everything looks about the same. So it burned good. It worked. It fired
We're
wood.
good. If I were, man, I wish I had some alcohol in my backpack. Me and Chaos's character would probably be some good friends right now. With our shitty ass rolls.
So much derp. To be fair, though, my patron lord is the jester, so
Oh no.
stupidity is in character.
I mean, which jester? Because it matters.
I mean, I'm pretty sure when it was selected, it was just the jester. Yeah. Otherworldly patron, the jester.
Chaos, you can hear, you can almost hear what sounds like a laughter, and there almost seems to be circus music playing just to your ears.
Well, I feel like I walked right into that.
Well, with that,
It doesn't take you that long. It doesn't take that long to get a fire pit made and start it up.
oh yeah, I didn't think it would take very long at all. Especially since, I touch it, it burns.
There is one larger piece of wood that, as it gets tossed in, it starts to smolder and make cracking noises.
I don't like the sound of that.
Junko backs up.
As the resin inside the small log causes it to pop and splinter and not quite explode, but it shatters, and pieces of the flaming wood do scatter a bit more around the area. Some smaller branches and such just around do start to catch fire as well.
Junko will quickly put out the fires that were not supposed to happen. But she looks to the wood Also, fuck you, Crowlot.
What?
No
Burning
boom
fire
is
go
needed around here.
Listen, it's not my fault that they didn't roll high enough on their nature to know that big log mean big sap mean go boom.
Yeah, why
Burning
didn't no
log
one
go
else roll a
burn.
nature check just to double check everything? Why was it just us?
So I was
Junko
focused on the hole.
Junko doesn't assume the incompetence of her allies.
Well, now you know.
It's adding confidence. It's just shitty rolls.
Like I said, she doesn't assume the incompetence of her allies. But yes, now she knows, and she just looks at you.
Yo, how do you know it was me? I rolled better than Chaos did. Hold on.
I meant you in the sense of you, the firewood collectors. And she just blinks.
I
Really?
just shrug.
Let's avoid accidentally killing us all, shall we?
No promises.
Though, to be fair, well, all of you would have burned. I would be more or less okay. More or less. She says with a smile and a shrug. She then, goes and sits back down. So, we were in the middle of a field, now we're in the middle of a forest. Anyone have an idea on how that happened?
Maybe one of those mana portals that keep opening up here and there.
Would I recognize this as anything?
As far as you're aware, it is the same type of situation that got you from the Feywild to here in the first place. At one moment, you were just going along, and then the next, you found yourself walking into the middle of a tavern.
That's an interesting tidbit there.
Junko will look to the feline and ask, "Is this the other place?"
It
No.
doesn't feel like the Feywild. It just feels like a regular forest.
No, guess no nod.
Well, I can safely say we're not in the Feywild, for all the good that does us. But it is useful information to have.
Maybe another perception check just to see if we're being watched by anything in the forest.
Hey, where's Headless Joe at? Not
Oh,
Headless
yeah.
Joe,
Did we
Legless Joe.
lose him?
Is he still with us, or
Also, that would be 13.
No, Legless Joe does not seem to be with you anymore.
Well,
Now
good luck to
Doulahan.
you like the Legless Joe out of the wilds by himself, man.
Anyone want to try for a better perception than 13?
Yeah, I could roll a perception. Give me a second.
I'm gonna ask the DM if I'm allowed to.
I
Yep.
got 16.
Okay. Getting there.
I
Oh,
got
gosh.
one.
You perceive
Fellas,
nothing.
they're wood. They're lot wood. As for those of you that rolled above, anyone that rolled above 10,
Yay.
you can hear snuffling. It sounds like there are pigs nearby.
All right, I have a 16. Anything you wanna? Or is that just same thing? Oh,
Uh-huh.
great.
They're pigs.
Are they hostile pigs?
The one directly across seems to be digging in the ground with one of its trotters, and it seems to be nosing at something. After a couple of seconds of it nosing, you see it dig out a truffle and start eating it. The one down here is just wandering and looking up at you cautiously.
Good to know.
It
I'm not
pig.
gonna attack it. Yeah, I got you. It pig.
Yeah, I don't think we need either pig meat or mushrooms at the moment.
Do we have food?
I was gonna say
should have a bit of rations that were left in their bag. You should have about a day's worth of rations, so you would eventually have to find a way to get more food.
Junko does not have rations,
Junko could be feeling a little hungry then in this situation.
so Junko looks to the pigs.
I don't have rations, but I ate a bunch of spider earlier.
Junko will then look and see the swine, such as they are. And you know what?
I mean, it's not an insult in this case.
Chuck the cat at it.
No. She is going to lift her opium pipe and point it at this piggy down here.
Okay.
And she is going to cast Scorching Ray using Quicken spell.
Go ahead and roll it.
Alright, so that's 3 little beams to hit. Each one of these die rolls has a +6 to it. And they're all centered on that. So an 11, a 15, and a 20.
Everything hits.
Alright, and that's 2d6 for each.
So 66.
Total of 14. Plus...
The scorching rays.
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, no. The scorching rays lance out, and as they hit the pig, it squeals loudly, and you watch as it starts to char and start cooking itself.
Oh, she's not done. She's gonna turn around and with her, assuming I'm allowed to do this, DM, I would like to cast another Scorching Ray, because I turned one spell into a bonus action.
You are free to.
Sweet. And then there's 3 more beams at the other pig. 8, 16, 23.
2 of them hit.
Yeah, I assumed the 8 wasn't going to hit.
But better rolls
18
on
points of
those.
damage.
Bacon too.
It's another pig.
Oh dear God! I'm assuming we're gonna roll for initiative here in a moment.
Are we summoning
That is
forest
correct,
pig
as
lord?
the pigs get angry at seeing the other ones cooked, and assuming it's either they're going to get eaten or they're going to kill what is killing their companions.
All right, now I have to remember how to.
On the menu, boys.
Weird. I can't add myself to initiative.
Damn it.
Should let you.
I'm
Let's see.
clicking on my character. It's not letting me.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Add to
There
initiative.
we go. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
can.
no, that's weird. There's
you know
no
what's
add to
funny?
initiative for yours.
You want to know what's funny? I can add his, but I can't add mine.
That's
Oh
weird.
God.
That's okay. Just we'll just give them to me, and I can.
Oh, and I
add
have
them
a
to
plus
different thing.
0. Oh God, that's horrible. Okay, so that's a 5 right there.
Yeah, I need to reroll mine anyway. Because I was had the.
I rolled a Siam.
I
Yes,
got 20.
It's a beautiful Siam.
14.
God, I
Is
hope
that
the
plus
pigs
3?
roll bad.
Fellas, what did you say you had?
I got a 20.
20. Okay.
Jeez.
Junko.
7.
7. Okay, and then...
Couldn't even roll a 9. I have 9 tails, damn it, and I couldn't even roll one.
If it makes you feel better, Flora isn't rolling as high either. That's a 6.
Why would that make me feel better? This means more enemies get to move before we do.
Oh wait.
Mine was a
Uh,
14.
as the boars start to come in, Flora starts to lay down and has passed out. As she passes out, her form changes to that of a slightly blue glowing doe curled up next to the fire.
Unfortunate.
And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do. Okay. That would be Fellas. You're up first.
All right. How's the cooked bacon 2 looking?
It did. It well cooked.
Both 1 and 2 are cooked?
Yes. The
All
cooked
right.
ones are dead and just they cook.
I am going to go to the next closest one to my friend. Attach. Go over here and attack this one.
Okay, that one will be Boar 1. Go ahead and rolls.
Alright. I'm just gonna do straight bap, no claws.
Smack that pig. Smack a real good.
15 to hit.
You're hitting.
Alright. Uh, 10 damage.
As you smack this pig, it squeals as it ends up being knocked rearing back. Anything else?
Nope, not right now. I'll save all my bonus action stuff.
Okay. In that case, next up on that list, we have Boar 1, the one you just smacked, is going to try
Reload.
and... Huh? Oh, gotta reload?
I'm reloading real quickly.
Okay, as the boar swings at you with its tusks, does a 17 hit you?
17 just hits, yes.
Okay, so
Oh.
as it gores you with its tusk, you're going to take 7 slashing damage.
Huh. I can't even see the initiative thing anymore.
I have it on a separate thing since it was bugging out.
Okay.
And then that would be it for that one. Boar 3 is up next as it's running up to Xander using charge. And we're going to roll that d20. That is going to be 8 plus 3, 11. I'm going to assume probably doesn't hit you.
Yeah, I have an AC of 15.
The boar charges at you and goes to try and headbutt you. You just step aside and look down at it. See, next up comes to... Hey, speaking of Xander.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and attack him. With my bits. With my strength. No, was it strength or dex? Sorry, I'm double checking everything.
Yep, all good.
Hit points. That's. Yeah, sorry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to attack him.
Yep.
Go. I got a 22.
You're hitting it.
And then 1d. That is 1d8, right? Yeah. 6 damage.
As you
And then-
slash at the pig. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it again. 23
That's a crit. I saw that 20.
with a 3. Whatever you wanna
So
add.
on the second slash, the first one as you slash down, you slice through the through one of its legs, and on the second slash, you're able to step just next to it, and as your blade comes back up from under its legs, you behead the boar.
Damn. All right, bet.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's all I can do.
As goodbye boar number 3. Right here was 3. Yes. With 3 gone. Next up is boar number 2, who is going to charge at Chaos.
Err.
An 11 again.
And that's against what?
Your AC.
Oh, my AC is 11.
That matches hits. So that is going to be the 1d6 plus 1 plus an additional d6. And I'm going to need a strength saving throw from you.
Oh, goody.
As you're going to take 8 damage, 4 bludgeoning, 4 piercing. Or 4 slashing.
And I have a -1, so that's a 9.
And you are going to be knocked prone.
Okay, and that was how much damage, I'm sorry?
8.
8. Ooh, God, I'm getting down.
How much health do you have left?
4.
Oh my god, my guy.
And now I'm prone. Oh, God.
Junko.
Oh, God.
So Junko is going to look to the boars and to the friend of hers who fell down, and she just really,
I'm
really.
just gonna go ahead and hide the dead ones.
I suppose if I must. And as a bonus action, oh no, wait, she doesn't have enough points just yet. So instead, wait a minute, hold on. Okay. So she is going to using a. She's gonna just step up here, and with them in a line like that, she's just going to. I'm sorry, piggies, but I do need to eat, and you look delicious. So she's going to cast Burning Hands, and it looks like both piggies will get caught up, or at least the 2 that are still alive over here.
Yes, they will. Is
So-
that a line or a cone? I forget.
It's a cone.
Okay, so you'd be able to hit all 3, as you can
Oh,
see
there's
another
3
one that was just but in the trees.
They all need to make a dexterity save.
Let's see. So they get +0. So that's going to be a 2, a 1, and a 10.
Nice. All of them fail. So they're taking 3d6 fire damage. God, I fucking sucked that roll. 8 points of fire damage.
As they all squeal in pain as they are all burnt. Some of the trees start to ignite, but it doesn't catch.
That's all she can do.
Okay. Boar number 4 is going to charge. With Flora being passed out, she doesn't seem a threat, so this one is going to pass her and go for Xander.
What's up?
You're being charged at.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to hit you though with that's a what, 5? Yeah, 5.
Can I do a reaction?
It didn't get to leave your attack range, so there would be no opportunity attack.
Damn. I just wanted to do a strength thing where I can just body slam him.
If you'd like to do that on your turn, Chaos, you're up.
That's fine.
Let's see.
You are currently on the ground,
I know I am.
looking like the bitch you are.
Fuck you, you fucker.
It's half your movement to stand back up.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast from prone?
Technically,
Yes,
yes.
Yes, you could. If I remember correctly, it's disadvantage on attacks when you're prone, isn't it?
I believe that's the case.
Yeah, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls when prone. So you could get up for half your movement. It wouldn't hurt you. Or you can try to shoot it from the ground and shoot at disadvantage. This is the one time I will give you this warning.
Oh god, that's a tough one. But I'll be how well I roll on that. I don't know though. I feel like if I don't get the one in front of me dead, then you might gore the remaining 4 hit points I have out of me.
That's a possibility.
Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna attempt Eldritch Blast from prone.
Okay, roll your attack with disadvantage.
So that would be what's the disadvantage on that?
You roll twice, take the lower number. The first
Okay.
one's a 13.
And then second is oh god.
And what's your plus to that?
6. It's
As your Eldritch Blast goes wide and smacks into a tree.
back.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, fellas, you're up. The boar in front of you is looking really bad. You kind of bapped it hard. Oh, did we lose
I just realized I was muted. Suck.
Fail.
Yes, I do that a lot when I go get a drink.
That's fair.
Alright. Attacking 14 to hit.
Yep, you smack the boar, and considering it has 1 HP left, bye boar 1.
Alright. Is boar 4? How's boar 4 looking?
Boar 4 is looking. The rest of them are definitely looking pretty battered.
Alright, I'll action surge and attack boar 4 too.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
You're hitting it.
$7 damage.
Okay, as that boar gets smacked dead.
Imagining they're like the Hunter boars where you just have to bap on the forehead and they die.
You are correct.
Eh,
These things have been smacked nice and hard. Okay, Xander, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk measure here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move right here. And can I attack this one right here?
Yep, you can attack it.
Oh, okay, cool. Do this, add the +3 strength thing. I got a 20. That's
Yep.
a hit. We're just gonna do that. That's a 5.
Yep, as that one gets slashed along the throat and drops.
Oh, that one dies too? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the other one. That's not gonna hit. That's a 5.
Nope, that is not going to hit.
That's it. That's all my turn. I'm done.
Okay. As it tries to gore at you, that's a 9, which not gonna hit. Junko, You're the next one up, looking at this last boar. This poor thing.
Junko will look at it and she just frowns as she waves her tails to and fro and casts Mind Sliver. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, let's see. That is going to be 14.
And as she frowns, damn, because he just met her saving throw, so he saves and takes no damage.
Okay, Caius, you're still on the ground looking up at this pig.
I use half an action to stand up.
Yep, you are you stand up. Congratulations, you got off the ground.
Fuck the hell up.
Come on, everybody, clap in half, clap in half.
I mean, clap and a half.
Is there even anything I can do with a half an action left?
So it's half your movement, not your action. You still have your
Okay.
action.
Alright, fuck it then. Let's try for a proper Eldritch Blast then.
Do it. How would you like your chaotic magic to finish this boar?
Complete disintegration.
Okay. As you all see the Eldritch Blast lance out, it goes through the boar's forehead, and then the boar starts to glow with a dark purple energy for a second before just caving into dust.
Yeah.
We're just going to entirely remove that token.
Junko smiles as she looks to the boars that are still around. Wow, plenty of food to go around.
These two are already well cooked.
We'll start with them, she says, gesturing. However, at that, I do need to call it a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could call it there. We could call it after this for this battle after that.
Day. But Junko will make sure to
Gather up all the boar corpses.
Yep.
Yes.
Need to have rations.
Since we're gonna be ending soon, I'm gonna get off and go to bed. I'm tired.
Yep, all good. Thank you all for playing.
It was
No
fun
problem.
today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am so glad we didn't deal with those magic creatures because Junko has nothing.
I trust me. I feel the same way. The only things I have are 2 spiders. One of them's big, one of them's small, and a sword. I got no magic.
I would have had to fucking body slam them. I don't think that would have gone well.
So
It
many
was,
hilariously bad rolls today.
I'm like legitimately just kind of looking through all my abilities right now, and I went down to one of my level